chat live night. It is Artistry Collective night. So every Wednesday night, me and my friends go live. We do a little channel hop, and it starts off at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with Shauna from Frapps Scraps. I go live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am Leah from Make All the Things With Me. And then at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is Kristy from Kristy's Crafty Cottage. She is also our hostess. She's the one that got us all together. We have been doing this for, I'm thinking about a year and a half, maybe a little bit longer. We've all been together about 2 years, but for a year and a half, it's been the three of us, and most nights, all three of us go live on the same night. Sometimes it's two of us, sometimes it's one of us. So come on in and say hi. Thank you for being here. When you get here, say hi, click the thumbs up. Okay, I'm having a hard time finding myself. I don't know why this happens. Maybe it's the delay. And Regina, hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. How are you? Hi, Judy. Hey, Cheryl. Happy Wednesday. How's your week been? This is my full week of work. So every other week I work a full week, and then every other week I'm off 2 days during the week. It's just weird the way the schedule goes. It's like a Thursday to Wednesday schedule. So I don't know. I'm always off. I mean, like off, you know. Alrighty. I don't know. Here we go. Just so I can see comments a little bit better if I'm painting. And there I am. So who came over here from Shauna's page? And who's going to go back and watch the video just in case you missed it? Hey Karen, how are you, my friend? Thanks for being here. I so appreciate you guys being here with me every Wednesday. Oh my goodness, it just totally, like, it just, all the love, all the feels. Okay, there we go. And I have a broadcast channel in Facebook Messenger. So if you are on Facebook and you have Facebook Messenger, join my broadcast channel. It's Make All the Things With Me. You can search me there. You're happy to be here. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy you show up all the time. It just means the absolute world to me. Because sometimes sometimes on the time I get home and I'm so tired and I just like, that's it. I am like mush. And I'm like, do I really feel like crafting? But yeah, I do. Michelle, hey! Are you at your meeting? Are you silently watching? All right, let me just do one more thing here. And let me... If you are new, let me know. I'm working on a wood kit that I created myself. As a matter of fact, Michelle, you inspired this. Let's see. Okay. So my friend Michelle is on Facebook. She is MMB Inspired Creations on Facebook. Hey, Shauna from Frapps Scraps. And she did this wood sign where she used a ghost and boo, and she cut things out herself. She made a big sign. I'm making a little one. I loved what she did with hers. So as I was watching her, I was designing mine, and I cut it out with my laser. I am... Hey, Lavon, would you share me? I have an XTOOL, I partnered with XTOOL that sent me the laser last year. I have been having so much fun with it. It laser cuts wood and other material. It engraves. It also cuts vinyl. It is just like a one-stop shop. And if you are interested, I have a link in my description. So go ahead, scroll down, and click on the link and learn all about XTOOL. It's so easy to use. Boom, I can just whip something up in no time at all. All right, so I'm gonna make mine a little bit rustic. So I'm gonna start off with Antique Waverly Wax. Use your favorite stain. You can use regular wood stain. You can use, my other favorite is Valspar Antiquing Glaze. This is on, it's more like on the black side. But I wanted to go with, you know, like a wood finish. You can also use that distress wax that I have from Home Depot. I'm just going to pour a little bit out. A little bit. I'm going to add some water to it. I'm going to stain the background. So with laser cut wood pieces, laser is fire. Actually, it's heat. It's hot. How to use light burn. Light burn. What's light burn? What's light burn? We need to talk. So when you see this black edge, it's just burnt. And then sometimes it burns a little bit. So this is 1/4 inch, not 1/8 inch. It's basswood. So I went over it twice, and it really burns the edges. And it's, you know, it'll stain, it'll rub off. And I wouldn't usually use a 1/4 inch for the little embellishment parts, but it all fit on one sheet, so I just cut all of them out. So I cut out a little ghost, I cut out a little pumpkin, and I cut out Boo. And yes, I have it backwards because I know everything is flipped here on YouTube Lives. So this is how it would be, you know, the right way. But this is how it is, so you can see it the right way. And then I just have, like, I think this was like from the O, and I'm using this as a little like a little dimensional because I'm gonna be propping it up. Let's get started. Where's my water? Here's my water. I'm just gonna add a little bit of water to the stain, and I'm gonna use a chippy brush to apply it. And I probably should grab a paper towel, and I am just get a little bit more water. You know, if you want that dark stain, that's the software is called that your design studio in to cut with your laser. No, it's not. It's XTOOL Studio, but I'll tell you what, you can. They keep doing updates, which is really nice. When I first started using it, it was very basic, but now there are so many more things you can do on it. But I have a silhouette cutting machine. It's a vinyl cutter. Well, and it cuts more than vinyl too. It's like a Cricut, but it's the Silhouette Cameo 4. And I've been using it for 5 years. I know how to use it. I'm very comfortable with it. So what I do is I design in Silhouette Studio. And look how gorgeous that is. And then I save it as a JPEG, and then I can upload it to the XTOOL program. Does it make sense? So it's really good. You can design in anything, and as long as you save it as like a JPEG or a PNG or some kind of file like that. Hey, Sharon. Hi, I cannot read the writing, but thank you so much for being here and saying hi. That's a software you use for your, okay, yes. So I don't know about all cutters, but that's what I do. I just design it in Silhouette Studio because I know it. It's easy. I don't have to learn anything. And I do have the business edition, which gives you more perks, and it's cheap. And yes, shortcuts a lot. So if you can save it as a JPEG, and then you can just input it right into your laser software. I know with XTOOL you can, and I was so happy that you could do that. Because then you just bring it up, and then I trace it, and then I cut. How beautiful that is. I wanted to go a little bit rustic. Usually, you know, I like cutesy Halloween, and this is kind of cutesy. And this will be the back. And then, of course, we are going to distress it. And you can use a cloth. You can use a baby wipe to apply this. You love that honey color, right? I was going to use my my unicorn spit gel stain, which is a concentrated non-toxic gel stain, which I love. But you know, and you can get it at Michael's. It's available at Michael's. But then I thought, Waverly, it's just as easy. I get mine at Walmart. Just, you know, it's just an easy to use, easy to get stain. And it's a wax. It's antique wax. And I don't know why I decided to use the chippy brush. Probably when I go back to distress it. And it is water soluble, so it's easy cleanup. And it doesn't smell, and I'm pretty sure it's non-toxic. Pretty sure it's non-toxic, but this is it. Waverly wax. And a little bottle lasts me a really long time. All right, let's put that to the side. I'll probably need a little bit more later on. All right. So how are you? Tell me something good. I'm ready to hear something good. Today was a strange day. You know, when things don't quite go right, or I'm a dental assistant, so it's always a thing, right? Because everyone's afraid to go to the dentist. So you never know how people are going to be, right? So, but today, everyone was a little extra. And even at work, we were all a little extra. And somebody was like, is it a full moon? And they're like, well, the full moon was Sunday. So fangs come out during the full moon. You can always tell when it's a full moon. All right, I'm going to put this to the side and paint the other pieces. So this is the front side, and this is the back side. Doesn't really matter, but it's beautiful stain. And I use this when I go live because, you know, it dries pretty quickly. You know, I don't have to wait for it to dry. I'm going to just wipe off my hands a little bit because I'm going to be working with different colors. All right, so I think I like things rustic. Full moon carryover. Yeah, full week. Oh my gosh. I'm afraid for Friday. And yeah, last year was Friday. We had a Friday the 13th. It's always a little bit extra then too. And Regina sent me a message. You used to be crazy in the, right? It's a thing. It's a thing. The moon and its pull really does affect you. Hey, Marie, there you are. So good to see you. That is Nonna Troll. She is our moderator here, so everyone say hello. Behave. Okay, all right, like I said, this is sheepskin folk art home decor chalk paint. It is an off-white. Michael's, I used to get mine at Joann's, but now Michael's carries like all the colors, which is so cool. I can still use a coupon for it. You work retail for 40. Yes, it's a thing. So now Michael's, I think it's like $9.99 for this bottle, but a little bit goes a really long way. You can use your rewards, you can use coupons. I love this paint. Michael's didn't used to carry a lot of it, but now I think since Joann closed, it's like they have it. And sheepskin, if you were going to use Waverly, it's like the plaster. It's like plaster, not like ivory, because ivory is more yellow, but it's more like plaster. And it's just a nice, like, country, you know, rustic color. And that's the way I'm going tonight with this. So I'm just painting the pumpkin with this color. I think I'm gonna cut another one and do like a cutesy kind of one, because I have this sprig, like I have like a little Halloween little sprig that I got at Michael's. It's black and bright pink, and it's really fun. So I think I'm gonna cut another one of these out. And I'm also thinking about doing a class with these. So like, if you're interested, just drop a comment. And I can do an online class with these. We could do it right here on YouTube. I'm also thinking about doing a live local here with my friends, because they all want to get together and do a craft night. Because fall is early here, and I've been hearing fall is early everywhere. It's chilly in the morning, and it's beautiful 70s during the day, and then chilly in the evening. And it's a little bit early, and I'm not complaining. And all the forecasts that we've been hearing are calling for a really bad winter, so which means cold and snow. So we'll see. Munasami, hello. It looks like it is. It really is. If I was doing like a cutesy, one, I would go with the bright white. I would go with like the Snow White. But I want something a little bit rustic, because I got some flowers. They were having a big sale at Michael's. I went in for raffia, and I came out with some florals, and I needed another thing of paint. I used my coupon, and I was so good. I was so good. You know, I was just checking out all the things. Don't say the S word. I know. But you know what? The S word is better than the I word, right? Which is ice. Last year we had some ice. It wasn't, the past few years, it's been pretty mild, right? Right. And it was really cold last year. But I have vowed I am not going to complain about the cold, because the summer was so hot. All right, here's what they look like. All right, let's put that to the side. And this I don't have to paint. I'm going to paint my pumpkin. Here it is. All right, I have burnt orange. here it is. It is a Deco Art Americana paint. And I think it's a good rustic pumpkin color. And you know what I did? I pulled out just a little bit too much paint. I'm going to scoop it up and put it back into my jar. You know, it's $9.99 a bottle, even though I use a coupon. You know, I'm all about budget friendly and saving when you can. I don't like to waste. Here we go. Am I going to need it again? No, I'm not going to need it again. Yes, please hit the thumbs up. Welcome. Thank you for being here. So happy to have you here and craft with me. Is anyone crafting? Is anyone crafting right now? Catching up? Wow. Catching up on their crafting on Wednesday nights. Please bring along your crafts with us. We've got 3 hours starting at 7 o'clock Eastern Time with Shauna from Frapps Scraps. The links to their channels are in my description. So you can just click on that link. It'll take you to their channels. Shauna is here in the comments. And there she is. You can click on the little picture icon and I'll still be here. And at the bottom, she'll pop up and you can subscribe to her channel. I'm pretty sure it works during a live. I can test it. Let's see. Yep, you could say go to her channel and you could subscribe. You're still working on your little mini book? Oh my gosh. I don't know how you do it. I love minis, but it's so hard to work with minis. Plus, she can't see. She's legally blind. All right, oh, look at that. Isn't that the perfect rustic orange color? All right, let's try it. And you know what? I didn't bring out a green. Let's see. I've got Fern Waverly chalk paste. This is my favorite Christmas green color. I could stain it, right? I just thought of that, but I think I'm going to go with the green. I'm going to paint the peduncle. That's the stem. That's what the stem is called. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've opened it since last Christmas. Ooh. It doesn't smell yet, which is a good thing. And I'm not really painting on the sides. I like the sides dark and burnt from the laser, but I just spilled some over because I had too much on my brush. So I'm just gonna go ahead and paint the sides of the peduncle in that fern color. Cute pumpkin, right? Good and dry. Black. Do we need black? Not yet. All right. Now I'm like, where do I go? All right, let's distress these guys. All right, here we go. This is a Gator sander. It is the detail sander. I got a new one because I couldn't find my other one. It has a nice soft grip. I got this at Walmart. You can get it at Walmart, Lowe's, and it has different grit on it. So the lower the grit, the all right, the higher the grit, the finer the sandpaper. So what's the opposite of finer? I'm gonna go, I think I'm gonna do the mid one, which is 120. I like that. And it's not expensive at all. The refills I've never seen at the stores. Course, yes. Course. Thank you, Cheryl. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to start distressing the edges because I am going for a little bit of a rustic pumpkin, and I have a vision for this. And if I would have thought about it sooner, I could have ordered some things online, but I'm going to go with what I have. And I'm just doing the edges. And you can't really tell because, you know, the wood was light and this is light. The paint is light. So, what have y'all been crafting? You love the sound of sanding? So I should be quiet so you can hear the sound. I should have gone with the more coarser one. I was thinking about crocheting. I like to crochet pumpkin hats in the fall. I think maybe I might do that soon. We could just sit and crochet together. Anybody crochet? Anybody do anything with yarn? That, and I think I'm going to grab my big sander for the surface, the tag. Knitting, although you can do some rudimentary crocheting. Yeah, my knitting is very, very limited. You have been making glass beaded flowers and lots of crocheting, making pot holders. Oh my goodness, Sharon, send me some pictures. I would like to buy some of your beaded pot holders. That'd be so cool. Fingerless gloves, yes. Yes, I used to make those all the time. One year I crocheted stuff for my friends. You crochet awesome snakes? And you once knitted a sweater? That's insane. I can't do anything like that with knitting. I'm not that good at knitting. But crocheting, I can crochet a lot. You should check out the pictures you posted. Okay, definitely. Where should I check them? On your Frapps and Scraps page or your personal page? I think it's time to change the sandpaper. I have an electric sander, an electric hand sander. I like to use that in sanding. You only bloom knit. Okay. I was going to do some crackling, but then I decided I didn't want to. I just wanted to keep it just simple. Lately, simple's been calling me. I've got too much extra in life, you know what I mean? And so my crafts end up being simple. All right. Just wiping away all the dust. Let's go back. I've got a little bit left in my cup here of the wax. So let's see if I can reactivate what's left in here. I can. Okay. A lot of Germans here. Hello, crazy girl. All right, I'm not really sure what that means. Oh, ooh. I'm doing splatter. I'm holding it up. All right, so I'm just gonna go around this pumpkin and just, you know, make it look a little bit more rustic, but I do need this. Maybe I'll use so I'm just going to dip right into the lid and just make the little segments of the pumpkin. Just a little bit. Do the same thing to the ghost, but I do want to give the ghost some eyes. So I've got some black paint here. And I just have, this is a clay tool, but I like that little round part at the end. It's really good for doing polka dots or eyes. Just giving it 2 tiny eyes. Oh, thank you, crazy girl. Okay, now let's get this out. And let's distress her around the edges. I don't know why I'm calling my ghost a her. Maybe because I'm going to use some flowers. And I'm pretty sure you can turn anything rustic. Anything could be rustic. Just wax it up. Just like that. And she's a little dirty ghost. I have a new friend, Andrea. You're new. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I am Leah. This is Make All the Things with Me. On Wednesday nights, we do a little channel hop. We start at 7 o'clock Eastern time with my friend Shauna from Frapps Scraps. And I go live at 8 p.m. on Wednesday nights Eastern time. And then Kristy from Kristy's Crafty Cottage goes live at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And we go live almost every Wednesday. And I am working with a little wood kit that I created myself. I was inspired by one of my crafty friends on Facebook. She did something similar on a bigger scale. Assign genders to your crafts too. I don't know if I usually do or not, but I don't know because I'm going to be using some flowers. Okay. So this is how it's going to sit. And I'm going to glue this to the back of the pumpkin because the pumpkin's going to sit on the ghost right here, and I don't want to risk this bending like this. So this gives it a little bit of support. And let's use some Beacon Fabri-Tac glue and hot glue. Hot glue for the quick stick and the Beacon Fabri-Tac for the permanent long-term hold. Okay, we can put that to the side. And all right, let's glue everything down and then I'll go from there. So I think of this Beacon Fabri-Tac glue as being cold hot glue because it is stringy, but it's my favorite hold. It's permanent. It can be used on so many different materials. And I use both glues because I'm impatient. One is for the quick hold and one is for the permanent hold. Let's do this. You know what I didn't do? I didn't distress the boo. I forgot all about the boo. I'm going to grab a stencil brush for this part. And I'm just using what's left over. Pretty, very pretty. I'm liking that. All right. And this piece, you can hang it up on your wall. You can hang it, just put it on a shelf. Oh, it's 2:30 a.m. there. Okay. Thank you for being here. Come on back and watch the finish because I'm doing something really neat with it. Thank you for being here. And before you go, I hope you hit that thumbs up and I hope you subscribe to get notified for when I go live. I've been also going live on Fridays. Hasn't been every Friday, but most Fridays. So I know sometimes when I get up in the middle of the night, I'll watch something and I never like comment. So I really appreciate you doing that. All right, and then the pumpkin will go here. Move it over. Okay. Just like that, alone, nice and simple. It's cute, right? I had a cute little hanger, twine, beaded twine. You could put this on a bigger round. You could put it on a wreath. But I'm gonna go just a little bit extra tonight. So when I walked into Michael's, they had their fall florals, like a huge big aisle of fall florals, and it makes my heart just beat an extra beat because this is my favorite color. This is my season. This is my favorite color. Look how gorgeous these are. Like, look at this. Like, isn't that beautiful? And look. All right, so have you all seen the ghosts? People have been doing ghosts, and they have been using transfers or painting little flowers on the ghost. That is so popular this year. I don't have any transfers with those, with the, with the fall flowers to transfer onto here. So I have real flowers, well, real fake flowers. And I think I'm gonna just kind of decorate. I'm just going to cut the tips off. So I just have these. And I'm just going to decorate around her. These are just so beautiful. So gorgeous. I mean, these are my colors, these neutrals, these oranges, and I don't know. Fall is definitely my season. Aren't they beautiful, Cheryl? When I walked in, when I walked into Michael's and I saw these, I was like, I need to have them. I need to take them home and make something with them. But the whole, like, it's a double aisle, all full of these fall florals on the fall colors. It's my favorite time of year when I walk in there, and I see all of these. It's just so beautiful. This is a cute little pick. Let's see. Oh, there's even like a little cinnamon stick in here. I just love this one. I don't know if I'm going to use it. Maybe one of these. It's just so beautiful. Let's see. to the side. All right, so what I'm thinking here is along the bottom of the ghost, just putting these flowers down. Thought it would be really neat, a little bit different. I do, every time I've seen these ghosts with decorated at the bottom with the leaves and the flourishes and all the fall colors of flowers, I just think they are so pretty and so, I don't know, I just love it. I think it's just so adorable. All right, just with these two down, hold on, let's let this set. When your flowers don't behave, you can keep them up and they will flatten. But just with these two on here so far, just look how pretty that is. Just a little bit. Oh, thank you, James. How are you? And I'm just cutting the little bottom of the stems, but you have to be careful because when you cut that off, they can separate. The inside can separate, and it'll be a pain to put it back together. So each of the little flowers, see there's like two parts to this flower, and that's what holds it together. So just make sure you are holding it tight. I try to glue it right away. This, let's curl this. Michelle, this is totally inspired by you, my friend. It was my friend Michelle during her live. She made something like this, and while she was live, I was inspired, and I designed this little cutout, and I cut it out right away. So you can just use a pencil, anything round, if you have any kind of wire. I like those little glass beads on there. I think my next purchase might be a glue pot. So I can just dip my flowers in. My goodness, okay. This is Excelsior. I want raffia. I had a bag of raffia that lasted me a couple years. Oh, thank you, James. Thank you. Let me show you. Just simple. This is what I wanted. Just something simple. I absolutely love this. And I love those flowers. So it's time now. This is what I went to Michael's for. I needed to get more raffia. I love raffia bows. I usually make finger bows. I missed that one. I find the finger bows lay flatter, they lay better. Here we go. So what I do is I wrap them, let me grab a longer one so you can see better. And I can work with it a little bit better. Okay, so I hold my middle finger and my thumb, I wrap it around the forefinger, I keep like a V, and then I go over my thumb, and then underneath through the V. It takes a little bit of practice, and then I bring this part underneath the part that's over my thumb. And try to keep it all together. I have 2 strands of raffia here, and then you just pull it tight and adjust it, and this is way too big. So it doesn't adjust like a regular bow. You have to pull on one side of the loop to pull this one's shorter, and then you pull down here to get this side. You can't just pull these. There we go. On the pumpkin, and then a little button. Oh my goodness, I am loving how this is turning out. Look at that. I think I'm going to make this a shelf sitter. And get on the other side. I can attach beads, and it could just hang like this, or just make a loop up here and it could hang that way. Not decided yet on how I'm going to finish this. Now you have to go to Michael's for the little flowers, so pretty. Yeah, I'm going back for some more. They're all on sale right now. Some are 40, some are 50. I just can't bring myself, even though they're worth it, to pay a lot of money. So I always go for what's on sale, always use my rewards. I save up my rewards. My rewards haven't been as much as they used to because, or as frequent as they used to because I'm trying not to shop so much, but these are gorgeous, and these were just little picks, and this one was $9.99. I believe these were 40% off, and I had a coupon, and I also had rewards. I had $10 in rewards, so I didn't pay that much for everything that I bought. And this pick was $5.99 US, and this was 50% off. I love this pick right here. Help me figure out something really fun to use this on. But here is my finished project. I absolutely love, love, love this. Look at up close. And I will be offering classes. I'm going to do some classes locally, and I think this is going to be my first one. I wanted to try it out here with everyone to see how it worked out. Some of my friends at work, I was talking about it, and they were like, yeah, you know, fall and winter's coming. You need something to do because you're going to be inside. It's so adorable. Thank you so much. So I think I'll be offering this. So if you're interested, just leave a comment. My email address, the way to contact me, is in my description. Just scroll down, find it, send me an email. I would be more than happy to do this online as well. I don't know if we're going to make it public on YouTube or private in a Facebook group. I will send out an email, seeing what everyone, you know, decides to do. But this is exactly what was on my mind. Thank you, Michelle, for the inspiration. I just, I'm so in love with this. I really am. And I just love the little tiny eyes. And, you know, I could change the saying, but I don't know. Boo. Who would this go scare? Nobody, right? Thank you. You're interested? Okay, excellent. I ordered lots of wood. I will make up a flyer and let everyone know. Boo to you too. Yes. I don't know if this is just so sweet, right? You can just see it like, you know, on a tiered tray or just sitting on your shelf, even hanging up. And like I said, it would be, you know, like if you have one of these Dollar Tree rounds, you could decorate it, you know, just put it on here. Or if you have a wreath, you could put this on the wreath and then maybe make something like this for Thanksgiving, and you know, like a little turkey, right? Swap it out for a turkey and just swap out your wreath. So yeah, or you could just hang it. I don't know, I like this. I think I'm going to add some beads to it and maybe do one of those, what are those things called? Oh my gosh, why do words escape me? The tassel. Could put a little tassel on it. That would be really cute. Maybe I'll work in that. Beads and a tassel. I don't know. I got to work out all the details, but this is my color. This is my favorite color, and I've been loving the ghosts with the little flowers. I mean, even like maybe a little tiny bow up there. I don't know, but I just think just like this is perfect. All right, friends, my time is up. In my description is Kristy's Crafty Cottage channel. Go ahead, click on that. Let's go on over to her channel. Hopefully she is on time. Keep checking back because sometimes she's late. But thank you again so much for following me on this journey. I appreciate you being here. All right, everyone, have a great night. I will most likely see you Friday, and I will be live Saturday. in the early evening around dinner time on Facebook, and I'll stream it here too. It's a really fun event that I'm in. So I'll see you this weekend for sure. When I go live on Facebook, I stream here. Comments are reliable here on YouTube because YouTube is the best. Toe! I miss you. I love you. Tell Dom happy birthday. All right, friends. Have a great rest of your evening. I will see you this weekend. Bye for now.